How are we doing, guys? Moose here, episode 75 of our West Ham United career mode. A couple things to say, get out of the way here. Number one, if you do sense a notable difference in my voice and also have to cough or anything, it is spring now here, so allergy season's cropped up and it's left me with a really scratchy throat and stuffed up nose. So count for that. Of course, number two, we are getting back into it here. We have just beaten Ajax 5-1 in the Champions League, so we will have Newcastle to start off this episode. That's fantastic. But I will be spacing these videos out. I'm actually going on vacation for the next week to celebrate. I mentioned I was graduating. To celebrate graduation with a bunch of my friends from school. We're going away, which means I'll be gone for a week. But I'm recording 4 videos here. This is the first one that I'll be able to post while I'm gone. I'll have them all uploaded. I'll just have to hit the publish button from my phone or wherever while we're away. And then you'll be able to I'll space them out throughout the vacation, throughout the week. So you probably get one every 2 or 3 days, as you usually do with these episodes. But, just be aware that that's how it'll go. So I might not be as quick on commenting back or responding as I usually am on the videos. Still leave the comments. I love hearing your feedback, especially because as we move further through the season, I know we're only towards the end of September, but we will be getting back into the transfer window. But we get off to an early start here. Dybala playing the ball into Stuart Downing. Downing with a nice little bit of skill. He's coming in for Clement Grenier, who hasn't had a huge impact thus far. So we're giving Downing another chance to try and replicate the skill he's had. But Rabiot provides the quality and the skill that we knew he had when we brought him in from PSG before last season for only £2.5 million. He was an absolute bargain. What a steal. And he can do things like that. Look at that lofted pass. He sees the run of Dybala. You can see Dybala just make that run right through the heart of the Newcastle defense. Times his run perfectly. It's a perfectly weighted pass, and you have to give credit to Dybala. That is immense bravery to dive in there, get ahead on the ball with Tim Krul coming out towards him, and he does direct it perfectly around the Dutch keeper and into the back of the net. So lovely finish. Paulo Dybala strikes again his 4th goal in the Premier League, and we're off to a lovely start. 1-0 already in favor of the East London boys. So fantastic start, but Newcastle did come back the other way over time with a strike that goes just wide of Bernd Leno's goal. Another chance is Daryl Janmaat plays the ball into Ben Arfa, who's come back from his loan. He had a couple of loan spells in this career mode, but he's come back from those. Ball into Haidara, back out to Ben Arfa. Eventually finds CM De Jong. He lays the ball off to Musa Sissoko, and the midfielder is not able to get a shot on target. He squibs it well wide. Another chance here late on halftime as Stuart Downing is absolutely lambasted by Musa Sissoko from behind. You have to wonder what the midfielder was thinking. The referee what does he give here? He brandishes the red card. I couldn't believe it. I'll tell you what, when this was playing out, I thought that's a horrible tackle, but he's probably going to get a book in, that's how it'll be. And I just sat here in anticipation. All of a sudden, he got a red card. I couldn't believe it. And so just like that, we're trying to take advantage of 10-man Newcastle here. Definitely going to be something that we should be able to do. Andy Carroll on the ball, back out to Rabiot. He strikes it, but he doesn't get it on target to test Tim Krul. And that was really the story here. Once they lost Sissoko, I thought Newcastle honestly might have outplayed us in the first half. But once they lost Sissoko, we just took control of possession, just dominated the ball, and that was really the main aspect we were following along here. Cresswell does really well to keep the ball and chips it inside. Stuart Downing able to get a shot, but again, not testing the keeper. And that was really the story of our second half. We dominated possession, dominated the play, and really we just weren't able to make the most of our chances. But Paulo Dybala on the ball here, he does give it away to Lascelles. Eventually finds a way to Fabian Delph, and that is a goal of the career mode. One of the first finesse shots we've scored from well outside the area, and is the former Villa man, the England midfielder, Fabian Delph. What a finish here. Bit of a mess created. Paulo Dybala squibs away, eventually to Delph, and he curls it, sees Krul off his line, puts it right in, I don't want to say the top corner because it's a little bit more central on the goal, but he puts it up top bins. That is a sensational finish from Fabian Delph, and an early goal of the season contender. Maybe looking to try and take the crown away from Aaron Cresswell, but my goodness, what a finish that was from Fabian in the back of net, and that surely seals the game up with Newcastle down to 10 men. I know we have about half an hour to go, but Newcastle down to 10 men, you would have to think things would be done and dusted at this point. But Carroll with an audacious sort of scissor kick volley from a Fabian Delph cross in the 79th minute that goes just inches wide of the goal. Late in the game, one final chance here for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to play the ball through to Connor Wickham, who came on as a substitute trying to make an impact for himself. He comes in alone on goal, does really well with a fake shot to beat the defender, lays it off. Downing, what a save by Tim Krul, absolutely heroic. It should have been 3-0. That was a lovely ball in for Stuart Downing, and he couldn't score. Barber does try to lay the ball off for Someone at the top of the area. It went to Vargas, but he does give it away sloppily to Fabian Delph. Barber now, Scott Barber, the youth talent, plays the ball and looking for Wickham, and he goes for an unbelievable bicycle kick attempt. Doesn't get it. Oxlade-Chamberlain follows up with a shot that just stings the hands of Tim Krul, and the referee would then blow the full-time whistle. A 2-0 victory, pretty comprehensive, you have to say, but it was aided a bit by that Sissoko red card. And for me, my man of the match had to be Fabian Delph. He scored the absolute wonder goal, and he was a monster in the center of the park. He was unbelievable, played really, really well, and you can see we did dominate possession, dominated shots on target. But that was really due to the second half. I thought Newcastle played a good first half, but down a man, they could not create a single thing in the second half. Nkulu was a rock at the back for the first half, so he does get second in my man of the match voting, and then Aaron Cresswell, who won FIFA's man of the match, does get 1 point in the Moose's Mighty Hammer voting. So don't worry, I'm tallying them up. We will actually have, I'm going to try and do an update, probably 15 or 20 games in, about who's actually leading the Moose's Mighty Hammer voting, just to keep you updated as we go throughout the season, before, bring it up at the end. But if you're counting along, then you'll know kind of what's going on. But I will give that update as we progress. We then come into a Capital One Cup fixture against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, we will mix the side up a lot because we've had to rotate significantly with that Ajax game, followed relatively quickly by Newcastle, and then we do play Nottingham Forest before, I think, an international break until we go play Hull City in the next episode. But we're able to run out sort of a rotated team. Barber gets in the lineup. Thiago, Grenier, and Oxlade-Chamberlain do get starts. We have Wickham up front trying to prove his worth. We also let Ta get back in the lineup. We'll see kind of, rotated players. Pratley comes in. Tommy Thomas, our youth goalkeeper, has the potential to be specialist in the lineup against a Forest side that's pretty solid. You have to say Asombalonga is a good striker. Henry Lansbury sitting in central midfield. Fantastic former West Ham United player, actually, if you didn't know. So we do have a couple of players to watch out for. Lansbury, fun fact, if you didn't know about him, he actually had to play goal for West Ham in a particular game where the goalkeeper was sent off. So a little bit of fun fact about Henry Lansbury. But this Antonio fella from Nottingham Forest, you're going to see him in all of their highlights. Look at him just running through our entire team and thankfully smashes his shot into the side netting because he went, 70 yards by himself through 4 players. Unbelievable skill from I think he's a right winger for Forest, but I don't know what in the world our defense was doing to let him have that kind of chances. Look at the absolute havoc we're creating in the box here. Unable to break through, though. Grenier, a little fake shot to skip around Henry Lansbury. Inside to Thiago. His shot's blocked, so we're just creating all sorts of havoc in the Nottingham Forest box, but not able to reap our reward. Another chance, though, for Forest as Asombalonga links up with Henry Lansbury into Mayuski. His shot just strikes off the outside of the woodwork and does go behind. I think Jonathan Tah might have had a deflection to keep it away from goal. Thomas does do really well to make a save, and then Lansbury's follow-up is blocked by Tah, who had a sensational game. I'll tell you what, defensively, especially in the first half, he was a monster, similar to Nkulu in that Newcastle game, where they were just blocking at the back, making tackles, really just being robust, winning a lot of aerial challenges. But this is an unbelievable solo run. Clement Grenier, back of the net, gives us a 1-0 lead. Check out the finishing boots on that fella. I had just said that he had not been impressing me throughout the first 10-12 games of the season that we've played thus far, but that will certainly change my feeling around. What a goal from Clement Grenier. Unbelievable finish. He went through about 4 players. I know it's Nottingham Forest, they're a championship side, but that said, that is a lovely goal and one that will definitely get his confidence back. But Pratley clears the ball away to Thiago. It's not able to find its way out there. It comes into Chris Cohen, eventually to Asombalonga, and has a lovely save by Tom Thomas. Good strong hand before Kiate clears things away. Another chance for Forest, and they really deserved something from this game. And there was that man, Antonio, again. It had been coming, you had to say. Plenty of chances for Forest in the first half. And their first real opportunity in the second half. It does come about 15 minutes in. But Antonio finds himself in space in the box. And that's a shot you're not going to have any chance on. Right in the bottom corner. Hits it with power. Just a little daisy cutter that does have a lot of steam behind it. And it's in the back of the net. And all of a sudden we're fighting because we don't want to go to extra time. We obviously went to extra time against I think it was Everton, excuse me. It definitely was against Everton. We had to spend that amount of time, so I don't want to go to extra time again and let the players be tired. But you see Oxlade-Chamberlain trying his skills. He worked a roulette. He was working a little fake shot, all sort of different moves, body feints, ball rolls, everything. And that's what we don't need. We need, there's a time and a place for skill like that to be used. But when you're in a 1-1 game where you're getting outplayed at your home ground to Nottingham Forest, you can't be doing things like that. And you better believe I had a word with him after this game. Rodriguez with a really good fake shot after you saw Tommy Thomas make a wonderful save on a great chance from someone on Nottingham Forest, I'm not entirely sure, but it was a great ball through, and they were saved by Thomas. Valencia, who's come on as a substitute to give us a bit more pace and power up front, does have his shot ring off the post. Oxlade-Chamberlain out in the 89th minute, trying to create, does really well. Great little bit of skill, and finally, you see where the types of skill that he can provide are necessitated. You don't want to be doing it around your halfway line. You give it away, it creates so many problems for the defense. But when you're in the box trying to make a defender miss and give yourself that opportunity to beat them, you're able to use skills like that, and that's when it comes off to your benefit. And Connor Wickham steps up. He hadn't been much of a threat in this game, but he does get a bit of reward, hopefully something to boost his confidence. He slots a penalty the other way from the goalkeeper diving to his right. Wickham goes to the goalkeeper's left. And it's a simple tap, and he doesn't hit it with too much power. He just places it, really focuses on looking the other way, looking the goalkeeper off, and it's in the back of the net. And that's a goal that should allow us to progress in the Capital One Cup, which we are the holders of the Capital One Cup. You'll remember we did win the Capital One Cup last season, which means we want to continue to retain our title. I'll see the FA Cup I would love to have. That's really the main focus for us because we've already won the Capital One Cup, but I would love to have the FA Cup as well. And this is just icing on the cake. Francisco Rodriguez, played in by Connor Wickham. Finally, Wickham shown what he can supply to the offense. And that's really the difference between him and Andy Carroll right now. Andy Carroll not scoring a ton of goals. You haven't seen him in the highlights too much with the goals. But it has provided a lot more of the end product, especially last season with his 27 goals or 24-odd goals that he had in the entire season, all competition. He provides the end product, but he doesn't provide much in the way of build-up. Wickham's the exact opposite. He's been providing a lot in the way of build-up. He's really creative, helps out with the offensive attack, but he hasn't had that final product. So once he gets his finishing boots on, I think he'll be a huge key for our offense, and that would be massive for us. For me, man of the match in this game was Cheku Kiyate. Scott Barber, his partner in holding midfield, does get 2 Moose's Mighty Hammer points, and Jonathan Tah does get 1. Obviously, the scoreline flattered us a bit. Nottingham Forest honestly probably deserved a victory, but we're more than happy to progress in the Cup. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Be sure to comment, subscribe if you're not already to keep watching the career mode videos, and we will see you in episode 76, guys. Bye-bye.